Hello, 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 hello. Great, beautiful, blessed Friday, uh, 8th day of Lupus Awareness Month. Yes, I did make it on Friday. Don't even try to play. I haven't missed one yet. I was very, very close because there's 20 minutes left in this in this day, but that's fine. In some other time zones, it's earlier than that. So, hi. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another mini-sode. Today's the 8th day of Lupus Awareness Month and the 171st episode of this podcast. And if you don't know me, if you've never seen me in your life, my name is Tennille, and I guide people through reclaiming their identity and designing a full life after diagnosis or, major life disruption. So today, I would love us to talk about, very briefly, very quickly, disability and lupus. Now, if you don't know what lupus is a chronic illness that your immune system attacks healthy cells in your body, healthy skin, organs, huge organs like heart, lung, all of the things, right? So the gag is, the thing is that you could be having severe lupus and outwardly look like nothing is wrong with you. And that is the issue, because when people walk around and thinking there's nothing wrong with you, they don't automatically want to help you or think that you deserve help. And they're incorrect. What's it like being wrong? Because you're wrong. So disability is something that I never thought about my first round of lupus, considering I had a bad flare, but I had a lot of support. I was pretty young. I had worked my whole life. Like, I started working at 14, and it had never crossed my mind that I had been putting money into the system that would make sure that I could afford to be helped later. Okay. So let me see. If you don't know this, just because you don't look sick, sometimes it's harder to get things like disability. And there's different kinds of disability as well. And I want to let you know, Lupies, you are someone who qualifies for disability. You got to find the right type of disability and find the right people to help you get it. There's no way in this world that I would have gotten it, even though I looked like Mr. Potato Head. I wouldn't have gotten disability except for I had nurses and doctors and scientists that were fighting for me, because that flare-up was medical journals, because they had never seen anything like that on the East Coast. Let me show some pictures here. If y'all don't even have any idea, yes, I looked just like Mr. Potato Head. and I've had, other flare-ups similar that I looked like Mr. Potato Head. So, wait, is it showing? Yes, there you go. That was my face. That was my head. Sorry, tickety talkety. If you're seeing me, you should be seeing me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. And I had to be in that state for them to even acknowledge that I needed. And I had been in the hospital for months. Hey, so glad you're here on Facebook. I understand it's late, and like, people are gonna have to catch the replay. And you know what? At least I'm doing it, okay? So yes, so you will more likely than not need to fight to get your disability benefits, especially if you have ever been a working person. Go get your benefits. Do not let it pass you by because you are ashamed. I almost did. I never got my disability placard for my car, even though I've regretted that a million times, just because I was being too proud. And now, it would be too much hassle to get it. But acknowledging that you are classified as a sick person, as a disabled person, is hard. It's not easy. Like, I wanted to be treated normal, and I wanted to not feel less than, because that word disabled it can be really harsh. It can be really like it makes it so your mind plays tricks on you, and it makes you think to yourself like, oh, I'm not worthy, I'm not worth, being a normal regular person, an able-bodied person. That's not what that means. That just means that you need some help in areas that other people don't, and you deserve to get it. So fight for it, okay? So let's see what my notes say. One of the coolest parts about lupus is sometimes you're fighting for your health while fighting to prove how sick you are, right? So, oh, thank you. Look at me now. Here I am. Ta-da, guys, not potato head. Yeah, it's weird because the shame of being sick and then having to prove how sick you are without wanting to look outwardly sick so that people are not scared or don't treat you weird or disappear. Because I've had some disappearing acts. Like, who are you? Who did me? No, that's crazy because you disappeared. It's a weird balance to have, and like that's why I do these things, these podcasts, is to make sure that the word is out there that you're still worthy, whether or not people see it, and you don't have to hide all these things. Like the people that are going to stay around are going to stay around, and that's fine. Like you don't have to prove yourself to anyone. The people who really love you and really care to get to understand what's going on are going to stay around. So, let's see. Let's give some lupus disability facts. So, qualifying for lupus, qualifying for disability when you have lupus. These are some of the causes that can get you qualified. So, severe fatigue, joint damage. People I know who've had like straight joint replacements, and they are young, but they have new hips, new ankles, new elbows, all that from lupus. Cognitive dysfunction, brain fog, organ involvement. Right, my last flare up, I had heart and lung involvement really badly. I had a stroke. Stroke is one of the things that can get you disability. Chronic pain. If you are in too much pain, you can qualify to where it's affecting your life that you can't go to work and do those types of things. I've had days still to this day. I've had days where I could not get up and go do anything. I spent the day in my bed, and it's heartbreaking to have to do that, and then someone telling you you're not sick enough. Like, you don't know. You do not know. Even depression, anxiety, mobility limitations. A lot of times people get sick and then they curl up, like you fetal position, or even spending weeks or months in a hospital, you kind of recoil and your body kind of gets stuck like that. After any hospital visit, I do a little bit of rehab, even if it's not something that is paid for by insurance. I'll go on YouTube and do it. Like 1 week in the hospital, your muscles will atrophy and you will have some type of mobility issue lingering. So sometimes people have stayed too long in the hospital and they come out and they're not mobile like they used to. So there you go. So Social Security disability is the one I used to have, and your approval is really dependent on the medical documentation, the severity at that time while you were applying, organ involvement. Like, they need to be able to trace everything and your ability to work consistently. So if you can prove to them, or your lawyer or whatever can prove to them that you won't be able to work consistently, you can get that one. That's the one I had. And I was crying when the social workers were like doing all the paperwork, and they were like, it does not mean anything. You don't have to stay on this forever. But like, I felt like such a failure at that time. And I was early 20s. And I was so defeated. I felt so terrible. I was like, I can't believe, like, I've been working my whole life and this means I can't work. That's not what it means. There is an allotted amount of time that you're allowed to work, and you don't have to stay on it forever. That's not, like, once you get back on your feet, you can get off of it. Sidebar, there's a weird in between there, right? Like, where you're well enough to make some money, but if you make too much money, you'll get in trouble and you got to pay them back and you get kicked off. and then you're not making enough money to take care of yourself. So come close. I don't want everybody to hear. There's gonna be some times that you might need to do some um, like babysitting, some like around the table, off the table, behind the shed type of work. Wait, maybe that sounded odd. No, I don't mean anything nasty. I mean like some work that's not like taxable, like favors for people who mow the lawn or whatever. Not that. That's very body intensive. But make sure you track your money, because the IRS is IRSing every day. They don't take breaks. So, but when you build your strength up, and you can make enough money, get yourself off of that, because there is a stigma, and you will feel better about yourself when you get off of it. And I was praying to get off of mine, right? And like it was a miracle that I got it right away, because inevitably, if you're on any of these forums or Facebook pages or whatever, you're gonna get rejected from disability at least once. And I got it right away. It's probably because of Mr. Potato Head, and all the people advocating for me. But then, disability is genuinely just, they add up all your bills. What bills did you have? At that time, I had I don't know, some credit card. I don't know what I had. I had not that many bills, and they add that up and give you like a tiny little stick of pass around anything else, and they give that to you. So it's not fun, play money. You are not going to be balling in any sense of the word. So, oh, I was neglecting Instagram. Hi, Instagram. Hi, guys. Thanks for being here. People can gift us up to $10,000 per year. Yes. I mean, like, it's different on every state and type of disability you're getting. But yes, that's what that person is getting. And I do believe that. And the atrophy happens so fast. Yes. This is valuable for people that need it for sure. Yeah. There's so much information to know about it, and don't try to do it alone. I will link some resources. Actually, I live in Georgia right now. When I had disability, I lived in New York. And when I came here, it was swiftly taken away, which was great because it didn't feel great, right? I felt super exposed and scared. However, I had been praying a long time to be healthy enough or making enough money to get off disability. And when it happened, it was such a weird shock. But the South in general, God bless all of them. The South in general is not great with healthcare. When I moved, right? I moved, and I went for my doctor's appointment to see if I still qualified, and they just looked at me. There was no blood work. There was no anything. And I had gotten some new diagnoses since, like in the process of moving. And they were like, "Oh, well, you feel fine, right? You look fine." And genuinely, I walked in. There's 3 people in the room. They asked me a few questions. Didn't look at any charts. Didn't take any blood work or look at my paperwork that I had with me. And they sent my behind on my way. I was pretty upset. I didn't immediately cry or anything, but I was pretty upset because they just looked at my invisible illness and said, "You good? You good, girl? Go ahead, go home." It was crazy. So it was a shock. I'm glad though. I'm glad because it really did push me to find other resources and find inner strength and like push for the things that I've been working on to be a complete income to pay all the bills and take care of the people and things I need to take care of. So yeah, it's frustrating. It is frustrating. If you need it though, you need it. And please do not deny yourself care and having affordable things in your life because you're being proud. I almost did it to myself, and there's no reason. So Lupus is already disabling the system that exists in disability. Exists in is worse. It makes the lupus harder for sure. So we are going to gather. Would you guys like a podcast guest who is like specializes in that? I would do that, right? That would be a good one. I'm gonna talk to some people, right? So I already talked about that. I'm looking at my notes, guys. I'm making sure that I talked about all the things. So yes, this advocacy that I'm doing here is just encouraging you to get it if you need it, get support if you need support to get it, and it does not make you a failure. That's this whole podcast in a nutshell. Okay, you didn't fail at anything. Your life can still continue and be beautiful. You can get off of this at some point if you need to stay on it. That is okay. You deserve to be taken care of. Period. Play. The end. And we're going to be talking about all kinds of things that are similar to that in my masterclass. And if you do not know, my masterclass is on Wednesday. Oh, snap. Did you hear me? I said Wednesday. Do you know what day it is? It is Saturday for 10 more minutes or less. But it is called From Illness to Brilliance, How to Rebuild Your Health, Energy, and Life. Vegan edition, #vegan. Please make sure you are signed up. I don't want to hear it. Every time I do a math class, somebody comes afterwards like, oh my gosh, I thought I signed up and then I missed it. I don't hear that. That's not my business. I'm telling you, I'm giving you ample opportunity. You have a few days. It is less than a week. Stop playing. Stop playing. So it is a Wednesday on 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All the times are everywhere on my stuff if you don't know the time. And this will be the conclusion of this pod. I made it. I have made it every single day so far. I'm grateful. But I love y'all. Thank you for being here. Please share this with somebody who needs it. I will put the links everywhere that I can. There's a playlist. I'll link the playlist of every day that I've had so far. I'll put it in the notes of every episode from here on out. And I love y'all. Yeah. Stay happily healed. Get disability if you need it. You're doing great. Love you. Have a good night. Bye.